this, but not stream. And then turn this guy on. That's kind of bright.
Okay, guys, I have to go.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Okay, bye.
I have to go.
All right, bye.
I will
Bye.
be back as quick as I can. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Take your time. You got goats.
Goat birth is happening.
I missed the goats. Oh, she's not gonna be back soon. All right, so. Oh, been there.
She'll be back periodically. Yeah, once the goats go, then there'll be like a time period, you know.
Well, you gotta clean them up and make sure they're milking.
Won't the goats do the cleaning up part?
They don't always do it.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna start. So one of the things I wanted to say before we started was note taking. So now we're getting to the point to where you're already in the story, you already know some of the players, but now we're moving on to the main story, so it's very important to take notes of certain things. And I know y'all have Google Sheets and all that stuff, so that's great. Just be sure to keep diligently taking those. I will have certain things plotted, but I'm not going to go out of my way to note take everything, so not like every single person you meet and every little hint they give you, like I'm putting that on y'all as characters.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What if I take the keen mind feat?
I'm still not doing that for you. Still not doing that for you.
Okay, someone's got to take notes for me then, just in case I forget.
you gotta take notes. That's part of the game.
Yep.
So yeah, it's very important to do that, especially in this, because there will be some big players in this, and they will come back and forth throughout the campaign, and getting to know like all of y'all's knowledge base as you go through, whether it's for creatures, for enemies, or for allies. So all of that stuff is very good to note take as we continue through. So with that being said, go ahead and start the stream. And I believe Josh will be joining soon, or Wolf will be joining soon. So here we go. All right. So last time on Dragon Ball Z. Last time, every time. For instance, what you're looking at currently, where y'all have put your little characters on there, that is the valley of Barovia. So when you stepped out of the wilderness, the woods and whatnot, and you had the valley, and you saw like all the fog kind of overtake the town and whatnot, this is what you were seeing. You were seeing this low valley with a river running through the southern side of it, and up northern of this village was a large castle up on like the peaks there, pretty much just shadowing over the castle. Yeah, is anyone hearing feedback from me?
I'm hearing you twice.
I'm not.
You're hearing me
Hearing you
twice.
just
Check
the once.
your roll
But
20 settings.
I was going to say, I have video only on my Roll20 settings.
I've got video only on my Roll20.
Okay.
I just heard Chris twice.
Well, that would rule out Roll20 because I have broadcast to others video only. Just in case, I'll reconnect.
Are you watching the stream?
Yeah. Well, no, the stream would be delayed.
But no, I'm not watching the stream. Good thought.
No, that's disabled. Reconnect just in case over here.
Josh, are you still hearing me twice?
Yes, there is a 5 to 8 second delay.
So
It might be
You're not
Ilaria.
watching the stream, right?
I have the stream up, but it's muted.
I didn't have the stream up. Hang on, I'll bring up the stream just for the fun of it.
Yeah, how do you... Where is this stream?
I linked it in the general.
Start watching.
I don't have anything.
Is it Ilaria, maybe? Or
Coming through her speakers? I would think we would all hear that, would we not?
Mm-hmm.
And is it? It's just you. You're
There
not.
is-
Are you hearing Jonathan twice? Jonathan says
There is-
words.
There is definitely a
Word.
5-second delay with the stream now that I brought it up. You want to make sure that you don't have it up in multiple windows accidentally?
Yeah, just in case, or just close it down and just see if that fixes it. Bring it up later.
Though, like you said, Josh, I have it muted and I am no longer receiving
Hmm.
double, no matter what the delay is.
I mean, I've muted it and muted the actual tab itself. I don't know what else to do.
And it's still you're
Pull
still
up
getting double. You could reconnect
right-
roll 20.
Yeah, right-click on your speakers and hit the volume mixer and look for, expand it like way out so you can see everything, and
It's
then you
gone.
should be able to see what's popping
Oh,
up.
it's gone. He said it's gone.
Oh,
And more feedback.
Yay!
would you reconnect
Never
to roll
mind,
20?
continue.
Yay! So for those of us watching the stream, which is just people probably playing right now, that's our
3
technical
people.
That's our technical
Not even that many.
support.
not even the people who are watching, just us. It's just 3s.
So yeah. So anyways, this is the Valley of Barovia. So just to let you know, it gives you a little bit perspective of kind of what you're stepping into, because you've already made it past this part and you're right on the edge of the town, and that's when the fog overtook you and you saw the two small figures, which happened to be the children, which lured you into this horrible house, and led you to the dungeons where you defeated the shambling mound after some, back and forth decision making. You defeated it. After that, of course, we did see Selkar and Adric go down. And so
The brothers will die together. So go ahead.
yeah. So I already had some people do some rolls, and the reason for that is because as all of you breathe this sigh of relief, and the shambling mound actually dies at Torvin's hands, with the rotted plant husk kind of just being bludgeoned outwards across the entire dungeon, you are interrupted, and you actually feel rumbling from above as large pieces of rock and stone begin to fall from the cavern ceiling. So, based on everyone's rolls, luckily, Laszlo. Oh no, those are perception rolls. All right, so luckily, Torvin picks up Adric, and or no, I'm sorry, Ovok picks up Adric, and Torvin picks up Silkar. Ovok, I believe you already picked up Adric before we even got off. You wanted to immediately do that. So yeah, you pick them. Those two are picked up, and you all just try to make it out of these dungeons before this place comes down around you. Doing so, some of you have a clumsy take of it, especially because a couple of you have others in your hands, in your arms, as you're, navigating back through this dark, narrow tunneled crypt, basically. Luckily for each of you, Ovok, leading the way with Adric, stumbles across a shortcut found right near where you actually dismembered that statue of its arm, and the black orb was kind of shattered by Torvin. Right where it was shattered, there's actually a hidden pathway that leads up to the living room and bypasses a few levels and helps you kind of get on ground level. That allows you to escape a lot quicker due to this, but not before suffering from some bruises and some scrapes and whatnot. So we have Laszlo, who unfortunately twists his ankle rather bad while trying to go up these steps as quickly as he can, and he is going to take 4 damage from that, which I will note that when he comes back.
I'm here, Matt.
Oh, you're back. Okay, so just record
Yeah,
4 damage.
I've been on for about 5 minutes, so
Okay, cool.
okay.
Yeah,
And we're at max HP, right? So I'm just
Nope.
taking that 4 off the max.
You're not at max HP right now. You're
Okay,
at whatever
so
you currently were, which you were already at pretty close to max.
I don't remember what it was, and I updated my character sheet to level 3.
Okay, well, yeah, I think I played your character at the end of last session, so you were already close to max. So just take down 4 HP before your level. So whatever your max HP was before you leveled up.
11, so I'll just go down to 6 to be safe.
Okay, sounds good. All right, Ovok, Carrie and Adric, you luckily find this hidden passageway. But leading the way, you actually drop him down on the ground as you're actually tripped up by that horrible mimic that was just kind of splayed out there as a door up on the floor, causing you to take a little bit of damage here. You take 3 damage. Adric, you don't take any from that. Ilaria actually being behind most of everyone is actually nimble enough to stay out of danger's way and makes it out with no damage at all. Torvin, you, in your expeditious retreat, one would say, as Ovok goes down, you kind of barrel ahead of everybody carrying Selkar. As you do so, you blast through a door just using your horns, but that has you take 2 bludgeoning damage as you do this. Once you make it all to the ground level of what looks to be kind of like that hunting room with the wolves and whatnot and the big chimney, you notice that not only the bottom of this place was going down, but the walls themselves are starting to crumble around you as well. You quickly make it out the front door, which is still unlocked from your entry earlier, and you make it out there carrying Selkar and Adric. All of you are out there in safety. The big fog wall that has encompassed the house this whole entire time and where the town was begins to fade, but not before, for those of you conscious, see a figure lurking in a very dark, familiar silhouette. The silhouette matches exactly what you saw from the statue. This dark, tall figure. And as quickly as you notice him, as if the wind just blows the image away, he fades. The fog dissipates, and you see the village of Barovia now in your sight. With that, to your right behind you, where this house just stood, you look back and it's just a collapsed ruin of wood and decay and just in shambles. And so now you are all outside the house, banged up quite a bit, 2 of you unconscious, but at this time, escaping the house and seeing the village of Barovia in sight, you all feel as if some of that strength that was taken away from you by that troll witch earlier has now been returned to you. You almost feel as if, part of your soul has been returned. Even those that are unconscious, you come to stabilization. You are not healed, but you are stable. And
I was going to ask how many death savings roll we needed to roll.
None. So all of you are now level 3, and Adric and Selkar are stable, but still down to 0. So now I'm going to hand it over to the party for what you would like to do. And
I'd like to go ahead and sleep it off.
Basically, you are here. You can see you're on the edge of the town, but this is kind of what the town looks like. You have this foggy overcast. The dark clouds are are quite a bit darker from when you first entered the house. You have all lost track of time between your rest and everything, and your backgrounds or whatnot. Time has evaded you at this point. The sky does look much darker, but you're not sure if that's just because of more cloud cover or a darkening of the fog or whatnot. But you are right there on the edge of town, and you're overlooking this very dreary-looking town. Tall shapes loom out of the dense fog that surround everything. The muddy ground underfoot gives way to slick, wet cobblestones. The tall shapes become recognizable as village dwellings. The windows of each house stare out from the pools of blackness. No sound cuts the silence except for mournful sobbing that echoes through the streets from a distance. And with that, I'm handing it over to you.
Well,
I'm out, so I can't talk.
Yeah, and I'm
So-
thinking we might just want to take a rest. I mean, I'm going to need
Well-
some HP back.
Is there an inn nearby that we see where we can rest?
Do a perception roll for me.
I'm gonna try to stabilize Adric.
They're stabilized.
Oh, okay. Thought you said they weren't.
Yeah, they're stabilized. You see them. So as you're carrying Selkar, you notice that in the arms of Ovok, Adric and
Right.
Selkar, their breathing becomes less ragged and more stable. So they are stabilized. All right. With a 4, Ovok, you really can't make out anything. You know, all these gray, lifeless-looking buildings all kind of run together. You don't see anything that looks like an inn.
How about me with my cat-like senses?
Also, I do want to mention that Adric, your bag was picked up along with you because I know you've dropped on the ground.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna mention it because I was unconscious, but I was really hoping somebody grabbed that.
Yeah, Ovok has your bag.
Allies.
Thank God.
So, Laszlo, you did lose some arrows, but we'll get to that. All right, so 13 or whatever. Okay, well, I'll just say that y'all are kind of helping each other with the perception. So Laszlo, Alari, as you kind of help each other, as Ovok just can't really make night or day of the situation. You hear. Let me get the wording. You hear the sound of small wooden wheels rolling across damp cobbles. You trace the lonely sound to a hunched figure bundled in rags pushing a rickety wooden cart through the fog. Now you're seeing this from quite a distance, and this figure actually disappears through just going towards, basically turning on the cobblestone road. So basically, you're looking down what looks to be kind of like a main road of this village, so much like what you're seeing here. Also with that, you're not seeing anyone out in the streets except for that figure that just kind of slowly pushed this wooden cart out of view and around the corner. And I'd say around the corner, I would say here. So for instance, if we use this as a guide, all the way back past that like last house, they just disappeared around the corner. So that's just how good your perception check was. And you're also hearing these mournful cries, and it's the only thing kind of cutting through the silence other than that the wooden wheel hitting the cobblestone.
I don't think I have anything to wake these guys up with.
Okay, what would you like to do?
Wait a minute. With the level up, I got 5 more points for my lay on hands. Are those technically not expended, or do I just get those points?
You have those points now.
Okay, well, I'm gonna wake both of them up.
I can see.
Okay, how many points are you giving them?
All right. I'll give Selkar 3, and who's the other one?
Adric.
Adric. I'll give him 2.
Yeah, 5 more minutes.
So I will expend those points.
So you said 3 for me. Fantastico, man. Thanks much. I'll be there in a sec. Attributes.
Oh, gotta go. Comes number 2.
No worries.
Good luck. Well, I need somewhere to rest and sleep this off. And then in the morning, I'm going to strangle Ovak. Very tired.
You're welcome to do that. There's a nice ditch over there we could just rest in.
I'm fine with that. I've slept in ditches before. Very comfortable.
Yeah, good times. Unless someone found something else, we'll probably just have to find a barn or something, or just sleep in the rain, in the mud.
It There's nowhere. There's no one else nearby.
You don't see anyone, but y'all are still on the edge of town. You haven't ventured in at all, other than the first. I mean, Ilaria, and Laszlo saw that figure kind of cut the corner on a distance away. But you're not seeing like patrons out. You're not seeing them go into any buildings, and everything's very quiet.
Does it seem abandoned? Besides the one guy in the cart.
I mean, it looks quiet. So I mean, it could be abandoned.
I mean, we could just squat in one of these houses.
Well, we can't do that on the outskirts. Let's head in.
Okay, let's head in.
I'm gonna start shambling my way that direction.
I'll, like, knight in shining armor carry you through town. That's fine.
Well, no, I can walk. Thank you. You've done more than enough.
Speak for yourself. Come here, hold me, and I'll reach over.
I didn't nearly get you killed.
To be fair, you almost got all of us killed.
Well, that's true.
So you're gonna have to carry us all one by one.
We die as a company.
She'll do that.
I would
You can
expect
do a
other
strength check
people
on
to
that.
died with me.
How many can I carry at once? All right, let's head in town. We'll limp in there and try to find someone who's like renting out a room or something dry.
Yeah, I'd
Wait,
like
who
to
was
keep
it that
an
was
eye
carrying
open.
me? Who was it that carried me? Was it Torvin?
Carried you out of the house.
Yeah, I am totally like gonna follow some Torvin around.
I'm
He was
gonna just
super
shamble
nice.
in and keep an eye open for anybody that I can hopefully talk to.
Fair enough. Okay.
Being an urbanite myself.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So as you all make it down the main road, a lot of the same. So not hearing anything except for this like crying, this like sobbing kind of echoing throughout. It's very like soft sobbing echoing throughout like the village. You do, as you get closer to what you believe to be the center of this village, you come to basically a crossroads of sort, almost like a courtyard with large like cobblestone area. To your left, you see, let's see, you see sparse light from a building that is coming behind drawn heavy curtains. A sign over the door, creaking on its hinges, reads Bildrath's Mercantile.
All right, let's go. I'm gonna just walk over there. You stay here. I'm gonna ask him where the inn is. This can't be this hard to find an inn in this place. Ask for directions.
I will also say that to your right, if y'all continue what you're doing, basically, to your right, you see a single shaft of light thrusts illumination into the main square. Its brightness looking like a solid pillar in the heavy fog. Above the gaping doorway, a sign hangs precariously askew, proclaiming this to be the Blood on the Vine Tavern.
Oh well, never
So
mind
you
then.
have this building on the left and then on the right. That's what you are seeing as you kind of approach this, what did it say, main square. So.
Well, my perception is bad, so I didn't hear that until it was too late. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the tavern then. Who else wants to try to find a room there?
Yeah, sounds good. I think tavern is a good place. Need a drink anyway.
All right, so let's head in there and see if we can't find a room. If it's not super creepy in there too, I'm assuming there's going to be someone with a quest.
Quest givers suck when you're tired and want to
I
go.
know, it's like I just want a room. Well, I'll just tell them politely, we'll talk about it tomorrow. Deal with this another time. So walk in and someone will be getting stabbed, and I'll be like, I will deal with that in the morning. I can't do it right now.
Just pray for a non-mortal wound. Okay. I'm guessing all of you are doing this. All of you are going to this tavern.
Yeah.
Anyone else doing anything? Okay.
Yep.
I'm going
Yeah,
up.
we're all following. I'm following. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so you make your way into this tavern. You feel as if the door is a little bit. Whoever's I guess Ovok is the one pushing through the door. She feels. Ovok, you feel the door a little bit like ajar. It's not quite like it's locked, but it's almost. It feels as though it takes a little bit extra oomph. But you're able to push it open. And as all of you kind of pile in, the wounded and whatnot, it doesn't look to be very busy. You see a pudgy little man tending the bar. He is human. He is just looks like he's just mindlessly cleaning the bar's glasses one after another. You see a couple patrons in what looks to be like very like bland, like just grayscale type clothes, kind of keeping to themselves. They do look over their shoulder as all of you enter in this manner. You do also see three human females dressed in surprisingly colorful garments. They do eye you as well as you enter. They're unlike the other patrons that are at the bar, which I would say there's only like two, and these three human females, they're across the way at their own little table. Just kind of they eye you, but quickly just go about their business, whatever conversation have you. The other patrons at the bar still continue to eye you, and the bartender doesn't actually look up at you. Other than that, there's one more figure at a table by himself, and he's just kind of looking down into his ale cup, and he doesn't even recognize any of you as you enter. What would you like to do?
I will walk up to the barkeep and say, "Hello, good peasant. I nearly got all my friends killed. I'd like to run a few rooms."
Without looking up, he responds and just says, "No rooms here."
Okay, where is there a room in this town?
He stops cleaning his like glass and looks up at you. And you look into his eyes and it's like they're just like lifeless. Like there's nothing that looks human at him at all. Not saying he's undead, but saying that like there's no life in this man. He feels as though he's as tired as you. Um, he says, "No rooms in town."
Okay, I'm gonna slap a gold piece on the counter and be like, "Dude, I need some beds. Like, can you sort something out here? I got two nearly dead guys that we're carrying around, and we need to rest. So what? Let's spitball some ideas."
He doesn't even look at your gold piece. Goes back to his cleaning his glass, but he says, "I can give you wine, and that is all."
All right, can I ask him a question?
Of course.
Wait. Sorry. Hold on. Go ahead.
Okay. Wait. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, go for it. I started talking and then my delay, and it doesn't matter. Go for it.
I pick up
Are
that
there
gold
any-
piece, by the way.
Are there any stables around?
Uh, he doesn't look up at you, and he just says, "Only drinks here."
So no stables in this town.
He ignores you.
Okay, I take out my bedroll and I just put it on the nearest table because we're getting nowhere here.
Hey,
I'm sitting like that's serious. Like, what's he gonna do about it? Like, he won't even talk to us. We can just sleep here.
I want to try and use my Heart of Darkness feature for my haunted one, though
Okay.
they may have like I may get scared looking into their eyes. I don't know, but unless you've shown yourself to danger, they'll they're going to help me out, kind of thing. Here, I'll copy it so that you can see it while I sing it, apparently, because that makes a difference. I don't know why.
It does. Delivery is everything.
Haunted One feature. There you go. And I want to say, we need any help you can. Anything will help. Shelter in some place. And I'll look him right in the eye
Okay.
and hope he looks up at me.
Okay. He does actually. He does lock eyes with you, and surprisingly, it doesn't get the reaction you expect. You actually, looking into his eyes, can tell that whatever you faced is nothing compared to what he's seen. And he doesn't do any. He locks eyes with you and then goes back to cleaning his glasses. But as Ovak, are you really doing the bedroll thing?
I mean, I'll see if this lets its reaction. So yeah, let's see what happens.
Okay. Well, I'll say that the one that was staring in his mug earlier, the other two at the bar have they're like still staring at you. The one you basically hear a shout from across the bar and some the footsteps and whatnot, and you see. Let me get his description. Oh, you see a young man. Um, he's got these like wind-blown blonde curls, basically. But a young human man that looks to be about maybe 30, maybe his late 20s. But he steps up and he says, "You all are travelers, no? Perhaps some wine, Eric." He gestures toward the barkeep. Let's get some wine for these. And he gestures you all to a table. He looks you all over, noticing all of you really for the first time. And Selkar, actually, yeah, Selkar, you could tell like a realization kind of washes over his face, and his demeanor kind of cheers up a little bit based on initially when you saw him like kind of obviously looking over his ale earlier, and he says, "Come, sit. Let's. My name is Ismark, and let me let me buy you a drink. It seems that you've had tough times, and obviously you are not from here."
So I'll go have a seat and kind of beckon my party, hoping that we'll get at least a tent or a tarp or some branches.
A door sill to sit under, anything.
I don't care anything. I get the whole thing going.
Ovak will join. She's not happy, but she just wants to find a bed so bad that she's willing to put up with this in an effort to find one. So she
Okay.
wanders over there and sits down.
Can I check to see if our presence in this room is causing a reaction with the patrons?
Yeah, you can do a perception check.
Other than Ovak's bedroll?
Well, he didn't do that, or she didn't do that.
Oh, okay.
She was close. She said she was waiting to see if anything happened, and that's when the stranger stepped up. You're so perceptive. With that, you can see that after he does that, Eric, like immediately, this barkeep that you now know is Eric, he immediately starts pouring wine. You also notice that the two at the bar that were staring actually start to look away as this one has greeted you. The three women in the corner, one of them that you didn't notice before actually came to her feet. But now has settled back into her seat as she sees all of you move away from the bar into a table. This is what you're seeing.
Does anyone notice that we're all bleeding out of every orifice we have?
Are you announcing that like to the room?
I'm just curious. Like people are buying us drinks and everything. It's like we're dying here, man. I'm near death. I know at least 2 others are near death. Okay, so one. Where did the one go?
You're sitting. So this young man has introduced himself as Ismark.
Hmm.
He gestured to the table and offered to buy you wine. As far as I
Yep.
know, Selkar and Ovok are sitting down with him. He goes to sit down. It's a very large table. It's like a long table with benches on both sides. So there's plenty of room for each of you to sit down if you wish.
Gotcha. Sorry, I misheard. I thought one of the women stood up.
Well, Torvin noticed that she stood up, but also sat back.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I'll sit by Selkar.
Okay.
Or fall into position next to Selkar, since
I just want
somebody
to know:
got
is
extra
anybody
pointy
not
healing.
sitting with Ismark? Is there anything you want to do?
I'll
I'd
sit
say
down,
no.
but is there anything to drink other than wine?
Like water.
I assume the wine is like super watery, like make water suitable kind of wine, not I'm going not 13% alcohol kind of wine, correct?
Are any of y'all asking Ismark this?
I'll ask. As the
I'm-
cat, I'd prefer something other than wine.
I'm drinking it, just perceiving it from the drink.
Just perceiving it from the drink. Okay, the drinks haven't been
Yeah.
delivered yet, but I will let you
Oh,
know.
never mind.
I'll keep you updated on that.
I
As
just don't
far
want to make sure I'm not getting drunk for nothing. Go ahead.
as far as replying to you, Laszlo, Ismark looks at you and he like studies you again, and he says, well, there's water, of course, but turning down the wine here would be a mistake. Have
Creepy.
you ever had Barovian wine?
No, but
Can't
cats
say
don't
I
drink wine.
I mean no offense. There is water, of course. And he does have ale, but it's so-so.
I, for one, would love some wine.
So I'm just gonna have some water then.
Okay. And he just says, Eric, make one of those a water. Actually, just bring the wine. I'm sure someone will drink it.
Oh,
So, Eric, actually, as all of you are seated, I'm guessing, is anyone else not sitting? Like,
Is there a wall close to them?
no.
No.
You're in the middle of, like, this tavern. It's not a huge tavern, but it's...
Yeah,
It's
I
pretty
kind of don't want
spacious
to
where
be in
you
the
are.
middle of it.
Okay, you want to sit
Be
at
my
the end?
size. Yeah, I'm just
That's
pretty
fine.
big.
Yeah, you want to sit at the end. You sit at the end, and the whole entire bench just... The rest of everybody... No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so you sit at the end. Eric brings over a pitcher and serving drinks, where he starts to just slowly, methodically pour each one and slide each of them to you. Ismark goes ahead and takes a drink, and he's like, there it is. So, like I said, it seems that you are not from here. What brings you to our humble village?
The fucking witch. Mostly.
mostly. That's all, in fact.
The witch. I'm not sure what you mean by this.
We
Two-
we were
Sorry.
hunting a witch. We attacked. She poof.
Who's up?
We appear, and I'll describe the location we appeared, and kind of the short term
Long
of what
he had,
happened.
Okay.
leg back, the one leg out, head out, one leg back.
Was there a one leg back? Is that what happened?
She's not pushing.
Then I had you on mute.
Okay. Goat births.
Sorry.
It's a very exciting night.
It's fine. It was exciting. Election and goats. I mean, come on.
Sorry.
Is Mark, after you describe the area, he says, well, lots of our wilderness looks like that, but I'm guessing you described the gates, maybe.
We did pass some gates. They opened when we got close, and they closed behind us, and they did not open again.
And they will not. Unless you're very lucky. It's rare to leave this place once you have entered, unfortunately. I'm not sure
And
exactly how you got here with a witch, but
what is this
Um,
place?
this is Barovia.
Do you know of a Quintus Talbot? Talbot?
I'm sorry, who?
A nobleman's son we're looking for. That's kind of why we're out here. I'm not sure if you know Bruno the dwarf. He was the one who sent us this way.
These are not names that I know. I can be somewhat of a help, though. It seems that your stay here hasn't been very kind from the look of you. I can offer you a night of rest at my
Please.
father's home. My father was the burgermeister here. Unfortunately, the great
Like
man.
hamburgers?
No.
We would probably know that term, man. Come on.
Probably I would. I don't know it though. With the Burgermeister. That sounds like an excellent burger maker, and I want one of those right now
Yeah,
because
y'all would know
sounds
the
good.
burgermeister to be like kind of like the town leader or whatever, the official.
Okay. Well, I didn't say that then. I wasn't
That's,
insulting the Burgermeister.
Burgermeister Indrovovich, by any chance?
uh, yes, you know of him?
I have a letter from him. Not to me, but we found it along our way. It's pretty grim reading. And that's your father?
Yes.
Kolyan?
Are
Kolyan
you?
Indrovovich?
Yes.
I'll pull out the letter.
Okay. Um, did you show it to him, or you just pull it out, or?
Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask a question real quick.
Oh, yeah. Go for it.
Okay. As he's
Yes.
grabbing the letter, what do you ask?
I was going to ask, what year is it here? And there's a reason I'm asking that.
Okay. It's a damn good question that I don't know the answer to.
Just pretend he says the same year that it was before.
Yeah. Let's see. The year. He says 735.
Is there a date on that paper?
No. Not that I saw.
Because we went in
No.
a pretty sturdy house and came out dilapidated house. So I was wanting to know if we traveled somehow. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
But that he did say that guy was his father.
Yes. Yeah.
He's
So
a
if you show
relatively young
him the
guy.
letter, his eyes go a little wide. So for those of you that don't remember the letter, it's basically pleading for assistance and talks about the love of his life, Irina, to be afflicted by an evil so deadly that the good people of our town can't prevent, and that he's obviously asking for assistance so that that obviously someone can come quickly and help with this. So as he looks over the letter, he, like I said, his eyes widen slightly, And he says, "Yes, this is from my father. He unfortunately passed away, but just a day ago."
Well, I will tell you what. You already offered very kindly to house us for the evening. Uh, Provide us food and lodging for the night, and please, God, give us more drinks. And we'll see about what help you need in the morning. And we'll have a very detailed conversation on what the hell is going on here. Does that sound fair? And we will render whatever assistance that we can. At least myself, and I'm volunteering you, by the way. My
Oh hell yeah,
brother here.
I'm on board with that. I give
I'm
you the
down.
nod.
Yeah.
He responds and says, "I'm glad that you're willing to help. There is much needed. I will assist as much as I can. If a night's rest is what you need for now, then of course I will oblige."
Yes, please.
So with that being said,
Before we continue, before we get up,
yep.
I'd like to pull out one of those weird iron-looking pieces.
Okay, yeah.
Say, while we were in Ghost Place, mansion, house, whatever, we found and I'll pull out the silver piece I have. Oh wait, no, not these. Put this in my pocket. And these,
Iron piece.
yeah, no, I deliberately want him to see this silver piece that I've got.
Mhm.
Wait, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't understand that. That was Chris thinking. Didn't happen.
Okay.
I'll pull out the iron piece and say,
Yep.
he may or may not have seen it depending on his. I pulled it out of the same purse the silver piece was in. So if he chooses to see that, that's on you. But otherwise, I'll pull out the iron piece and say, we found some of these. What are they? What are they? And I'll hand them to him.
Yeah, without even a second glance, he just says, "This is an iron piece. It'll buy you a pitcher of wine here."
Do we have
How
any
much
gold
is it?
pieces?
Yeah, how much is it worth in comparison to gold? We found a few of them
10 to 1.
along our way. 10 to
2
1.
to 1. Okay.
Thank you. That's really good to know.
Yes,
Hold
I
on.
forget that you are new here. Yes.
So,
Never mind.
can I show my trophies?
Yeah, what are your trophies?
Yeah, so I dig in my
Yeah,
pack.
before y'all get up, I mean, y'all can have this conversation. You're drinking wine. Also, I'll say, who has drank wine? Raise your hand or tell me.
Not.
Not okay. You haven't drank wine, Ovak. Ilaria, you were given wine. Did you drink the wine? Laszlo got water.
I
Torvin,
drank 2 sips of
I
it.
refused
That's all.
it.
you refused it, Torvin. Ilaria took
Yes.
sips. All right. Ilaria, as you're taking sips, you feel like this really soothing warmness just kind of radiate throughout your body. Feels very comforting. It feels so comforting that it definitely you feel as though you want to drink more of it. But of course, that's your choice. So I'll just let you know that. Adric and Selkar, as both of you drink this is very familiar feeling. So back in the village where you met Brunner and he found that bottle of wine, I believe it was the Crushing Dragon.
Mhm.
Don't check me on that yet. Anyways, tastes
I will
exactly
not
like
look at
that.
my extensive notes. My
Taste,
awesome amounts. I
yeah,
will not look at
tastes
them.
exactly like that. The same amazing feeling. It washes over your tongue. Just this amazing warm feeling coursing through your body. You feel as though you're reinvigorated. Both of you get 5 temporary hit points.
This is good stuff.
This is fantastic. Can I? Is there? Excuse me, and I'll call the waiter over.
There's no waiter, but there's a barkeep.
Bartender.
A barkeep. I'll go up to the barkeep. I don't want to be rude. So if it
He's
feels
over
like
there
kind of a
just cleaning. he just keeps cleaning these
Does it-
glasses over and over.
Does it feel like the place where I need to kind of go up to the barkeep, or does it feel like he'll come to me? What kind of place is this?
He doesn't seem to notice you, but you know you saw
But I mean, so-
Ismark call him by name, and he did as he wished.
Okay, then I will call him by name and say, "Excuse me, sir. Can I get my water skin filled with this excellent, magnificent wine you have so wonderful procured?"
He doesn't look up, but he says 1 iron.
Oh, I can certainly provide, and I'll pull out the Von Iron. And since he didn't look up, I'll go to him.
Okay.
I don't want to be rude. I don't know what the circumstances are here.
He slides you a pitcher of wine.
Can I go ahead and fill one of my water skins
Yes.
with the lovely wine?
Yeah, of course. Okay.
Do I feel like completely inebriated, like I'm gonna have disadvantage on anything? What do I feel like?
Right now, like I said, you feel reinvigorated. You feel
Okay.
that one after having that. You had a serving glass. It's pretty small, like about an 8-ounce glass out of this pitcher.
Okay.
And yeah, it feels refreshing, but
Okay.
also very, very comforting and soothing.
I don't want to go into battle and get 5 points of extra hit points, and turns out that I fall on my ass and hit my nose.
No, I would.
So
love to know
I'm
if
gonna
any of that
try it.
happened.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and keep an eye on what happens from here on, just to kind of mental note, what may happen.
All right. As you do this, Ismark says, "Yes, see, I told you, do not pass on the wine here."
It
Yeah,
is
so
an
just so
excellent advice.
everybody's aware, I didn't have the wine, so if something does happen, I'm the the negative or whatever you want to call the test subject.
Oh yeah, I'm totally the DD here. I did not drink that.
Only 2 people actually drank the wine.
Oh,
Ilaria
okay.
barely tasted it, so she just
That was
she
one
had
of the
a taste.
reasons. Was I thought, you know what? If everybody else is drinking it, I'm not going to, because if something happens, then we can say,
That was my thoughts.
The only one who
Yeah.
lives.
Yeah, of course.
The Brothers Grimm, damn it, we stick with local customs.
I mean, I have a sucking chest
So
wound. I
can
don't really
they-
think that that's going to help
So
me
can
much.
they tell the group that we should drink the wine?
That's up to them. I mean, they did exclaim that it. Well,
That's
Selkar
beautiful.
exclaimed that it was good and went to go fill his wineskin. It's up to you what you take from that. Ilaria, you actually tasted it and tasted really good, so it's up to you whether you drink more or tell the party.
So
You
then
guys-
I will.
I was gonna say you can all drink
Then
to
I
your
will
heart's
finish mine.
content. I will stay on the
Yes.
water as the whatever, I can't think of what the hell the term is.
Okay.
I'm the
Alright.
designated drunk. I will taste test everything.
No, I will taste test everything. Send me your wine. I will make sure, and I'll reach over from somebody wine. I don't care whose it is.
Yeah,
You
there's
have
like
mine.
wine glasses, basically.
Yeah, just hand 'em mine.
Like, yeah, they're still full.
I know. I'll taste
So-
test some more wine.
Matt, can I do like some kind of investigation inside this bar, like checking the walls for any secrets?
You want to go around and just check the walls?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta
you
check those
can.
walls, man.
Are you trying to be stealthy about
Oh
it?
yeah.
Well, you're okay. Yeah, are you trying to be stealthy about it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of like admire the walls and the tapestry and everything inside here, while at the same time seeing if I can find anything out.
Okay, cool. Yeah, do a stealth check. Actually, yeah, I'll go. Stealth is. Ooh, that was pretty bad. All right, yeah. And
Wait,
then
what
do
did you want me to
invest.
do instead of stealth? I'll roll
Nope.
again.
Investigation check. No, it's fine. I was gonna give you stealth because you have bonuses to that. You just rolled really poorly. Your investigation is good. All right. So, as all of you are kind of drinking, some of you are drinking wine, others are just bleeding out, I guess. I mean, y'all are stable. Y'all aren't losing any more health than you are. You all feel pretty shitty. For those of you that took a lot of damage, Ilaria and Laszlo are kind of feeling pretty decent. Laszlo, I don't know if you drank your wine or you didn't drink your wine. I don't know if you drink your water, but you go to start investigating around the bar, and you just kind of like muse over some of the decor and whatnot. There is no decor. these walls are just bare. There's like it's just wooden walls and columns, support beams, and just continuing on. But you do make your way through. Go over. You approach the table with the three females.
Ooh.
And because they're nestled in the corner, and you try to scoot around them and whatnot. You tumble over a stool nearby, not falling over or anything, but making a little bit of noise. And as you just keep investigating and just kind of humming to yourself and just kind of checking out everything, they don't say anything to you, but they are watching you very closely as you just continue your way around the bar looking over. You do find a pretty large fireplace that is burning and keeping this place warm and somewhat lit. And you don't come up with anything unusual, no secret doors, nothing like that. There actually isn't even a second floor to this place. There looks to be another door that leads behind the bar. But other than that, nothing suspicious.
So maybe I should just say to the three females, I bet this place is a party on the weekends.
And you just
Listen,
hear,
young
Do
man.
you say this? I need to know. A lot of y'all are
Yes.
saying things like, I might do
Yes.
this, or do I say this? Like, you have to let me know.
It's better than what I was originally going to say, but yes.
One of them just kind of scoffs and she says, well, maybe if our patrons buy their wine.
ooh,
I'm
She's
neither a
not fun.
patron nor do I drink wine.
Yeah, I paid for that wine, right? What do you mean they're?
You're not over there.
No, that's true. That's true. I didn't
You're not.
even
This
hear
is
it.
just Laszlo and the ladies. They're across the room. Yeah, she just, upon you saying that, she just rolls her eyes and says, just kind of scoffs again and looks away from you.
Oh, there's something I want to say.
don't,
Want to say or should say?
Do what you...
you don't have anything nice to say.
I'm going to look at her and I'm going to say, I may be a cat, but you're a dog.
Oh,
Please tell me she
we
slaps
have
him.
people almost dead.
He's one slap away from death.
I am glad I'm way the fuck on the other side of the room.
I have to look something up real quick.
Critical hit.
See
Double
what happens when
damage.
you don't drink? You get a little spicy there. It must be something in the water.
Yeah, when I drink, I go,
She... the other, they all just, look at you, and then they all just simultaneously just start laughing at you. And, do a perception check for me, Laszlo.
Hey man, getting to laugh is 90% of the battle. You got an in.
Nice.
Jesus.
So you hear one of them amongst the laughing, you hear one of them whisper, "The new one has not learned his place yet," and they all just keep laughing.
Okay.
I'm just going to start
are we
laughing
hearing
with them.
this?
I'm just going to laugh with them. If they laugh harder, I laugh harder. If they laugh louder, I laugh louder.
Okay, you're just sitting there having a laugh off with these three women. Okay,
Love it.
fair enough.
Do the rest of us know what's going on?
You can hear laughter from across the thing as it
I don't
keeps
even know what the
rising.
hell's going on.
As it keeps rising, you hear laughter. Ismark looks over his shoulder and looks back to the party and says, you may want to call your comrade back.
He'll be fine. I know him, trust me. He can take care of himself.
You are all new here. You do not know.
I go over to Laszlo and tap on the shoulder. And Say, let's go.
What was the first part before you said "let's go"?
I
You said tap him on the shoulder.
Yeah, I just tap you on your shoulder with my heavy claws. Just
Ooh, someone's getting clawed.
Say, let's go.
Yeah, hanging around dogs is no place for a cat.
Ooh, mic drop.
They grab you by the skin behind your neck and pick you up. Let's go.
By the scruff. I let out a loud hiss.
The three women just laugh at this, and yeah, so you're being returned back to the table.
So Laszlo is now
Can
Carol
I
Cole.
detect anything about these people?
What people and
Like-
what are you trying to detect?
The people that are in this tavern thing that we're in.
The patrons.
Sorry, I know that I've missed part of this, and
Mhm.
I am so sorry. So, was there anything said about who these people are or what these people are?
So upon entering, there's two patrons at the bar drinking. Seem to be minding their own business, but they did stare at the party quite a bit as they entered, and continue to stare as they were approached by Ismark, the figure that you're now drinking wine with. The three women over in the corner, the big difference here, I guess you could say, is that they look a little out of place because everything seems kind of dreary. Even the patrons, even the barkeep, even Ismark, what they're wearing is kind of like drab clothing. I will say Ismark is wearing much finer clothing than the other patrons at the bar. But the three women are wearing fine clothes, but also colorful clothes, which looks a little bit out of place, just amongst everything you've seen in this village and
Who
in
am I?
this tavern.
Who am I closest to? As far not in our party, but one of these other people.
Ismark, the one sharing wine with you.
Okay. I would like to walk over and pat him on the back and thank him for the wine. And I want to know if I detect anything like, is this a being? Like, is he a solid person? Like, I'm questioning whether these are real. Like, these are real people.
Okay, fair enough. Um, yeah, okay. Do a perception check. But you do. I will say that you pat him on the back, and you know he's a very solid fellow. Um, he looks over up at you. Well, at you because you're about the same height as him, sitting down on the bench, standing. Um, and he says, "You're welcome. You did not finish your wine. Is there something wrong with it?"
I will go ahead and finish it.
Okay,
And
so
let
you're
him
gonna
know
reach
that
back
it
over to the
was
table
there.
and grab it and drink. Okay.
Well, I had said that earlier, but I think I got drowned out. So that's.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
And I would never leave a glass of wine sitting somewhere. It would always be in my hand.
Okay, that's yeah, canonical. You all heard this. On. All right. So, you take the glass of wine, and he pours himself another glass and actually drinks another glass with you as you finish your first. Um, you do feel, much like I said for Adric and Selkar, you feel that warmness kind of wash over you. You feel reinvigorated, and you do get 5 temporary hit points. With your perception check, to you, I mean, it looks just like a really unpopular tavern. I mean, it just looks like it's in a rundown town, and you know the patrons are, you know, they look as though they're just these mundane workers. The three women in the corner still look, like I said, out of place. You can tell that their clothes are far more richly colored, but also finer made as well. And not only that, you can tell that they're wearing jewelry, um, and quite a lot of it. You can also tell that they have unlike the patrons at the bar that keep kind of like looking over to look at you, the three women seem to just kind of, after the debacle with Laszlo, have kind of just brushed you off and are no longer paying you any attention.
All right, so Bismarck, you want to see something cool?
Maybe.
Okay, so even though Ovak is very weary and just ashamed of, the whole almost got us all killed thing and ended the campaign early, she's very proud of this. So she smiles and she reaches into her backpack and she pulls out um, the albino long-tongued monster's hand and shows it to Bismarck.
Wait, the what?
The hand that I took as a trophy.
I'm sorry, the albino what?
The long-tongued albino thing with the clawed hands. We fought it in.
Okay, yeah. And you're showing Ismark this?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And I just got pride and like notice me senpai eyes, and I just want to show it to him.
Okay.
And not quite the anime way, but I'm very proud of it.
So you show it to him. He does not go to take it from you. He actually like withdraws a little bit and then looks at you again, like as if he's seeing you for the first time. And he says, your group might be perfect for what lies ahead.
It was very
where
evil.
did you get this?
We
Miri?
found it in a basement. It's hard to explain. There were some kids and they were dead, but they weren't quite dead. But there was a lot of evil in the house. So we went through the house and we killed lots of evil. And do I have the bone that I tried to get from last time?
I'll say
I don't think
yeah.
I did.
I'll say
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So then I whipped that out too. I mean, like, also, we got this bone from this shambling bone monster. I'm a little ashamed of this one. It almost got us all killed. But yeah, this is what we got from the house. We killed evil.
And you just carry these things around with you?
Yes.
Okay.
How else would we
Which
prove that we
house?
killed the
Is
evil?
this is from this town? This house you speak of?
Not this town. It was just outside the town.
Outside the
Am I
town.
nearby? By the way, can I hear this
Yeah,
conversation
I
at
mean
the table?
they're at the table, yeah.
Okay, cool. Go ahead.
He says outside the town. Were you said children?
Yes, there were some. There were a couple of kids. I think there was a
Rooks are no
baby
good.
involved. Now we never saw the baby, but
Am I standing
they.
next to them? I can't remember.
Thank you, Matt. I appreciate it.
You brought Laszlo back, so yeah, you were all by the table. You can all hear this.
I pull out the blade that I took with the windmill on it, and I set it on the table and I point towards the windmill.
Okay, gotcha. You just man of few words. There, the windmill.
Well, I was more of like in the conversation because he.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I
More focus on where from.
He is going to reply as soon as I find.
Because I'm assuming he would know exactly what that was.
By the way, since you've brought me back to this table, I'm just sitting here staring over at that other table with the three just staring at them, smiling, grin on my face, kind of lightly laughing.
There are plenty of fish in the sea, buddy. Maybe ones that are more your race.
All right, I'm trying to find a freaking name. I'm so sorry.
I prefer catfish, not dogfish.
I can give you a freaking name, but were you looking for one in
what name do
particular?
you have?
Shit.
Are you
wait,
looking
that's
for
a
the
I have
owner
it.
of the
Okay,
house?
I have it. Yeah, we're good. He says that's the Durst family. You went into that house?
Yeah, the kids called us in, so we went in to check it out. They said they needed help. And there was evil in the house.
I
Which
have
we
to
found
say
plenty of.
it's not much of house anymore. It
Yeah.
what's the word? Fell down. Fell over? Boom kaboom? What's the word? Collapsed.
Dilapidated.
Collapsed. It collapsed after we left.
So Ismark lets out kind of a sigh and he says, "This explains much. It's good to know that you are willing to go to one's aid, and all of you made it out intact. Yes?
Mostly.
Are you missing anyone?
Well, pieces of us. We are all here, though. And that's why we want this bed. We just mostly need to sleep and rest. And
Can we clarify beds, plural?
well, Laszlo and I can share. He's small. He's a cat.
I mean, I'm happy to
There-
sleep on the floor with a carpet.
There are many beds at my father's home.
Got a cardboard box I can sleep in.
Cardboard, I don't know what this is.
Right.
Cardboard hasn't been invented yet, cat.
But he continues and says, that is the death house. The Durst house is now the death house.
Well, good to know it is now the dead house. No more
Yeah.
death.
We killed it.
Made it that way, am I right?
He has like a little smirk on his face now. He says, give it a couple days. It will be back.
Do we have to go back in and kill monster every so often? I mean, we can like we buried the children in the crypt. Maybe we tote other people to crypt.
Can I ask the group why we're giving away so much information? Secretly, quietly.
You can try. Is there a way that you're attempting to do this without? Okay.
I feel like we got more
Wait,
out of him than he got out of us.
is that what you do?
Well, I'm trying to get everybody's attention, I guess. I mean, we're just like telling this guy everything.
I can try and roll insight, but to be honest, I don't think I'm gonna understand what that meant.
Start kicking people under the table.
Meow,
now.
meow, 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 meow.
Meow, 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 meow.
In the meantime, I want to ask this guy if he knows who the master to the pet in the basement was.
Oh my God.
I do not know all of the details of the house. What I do know is that it has fallen many times, whether through collapse or burning, but it always comes back without anyone picking up a single hammer. Also,
So is there a way that you've never seen the house destroyed? Because we can go back and try that.
It sounds like we can grind for XP here, so.
it seems that
I mean, you said collapse and burning.
Is this house special to you?
Every 3 days we go in, kill monster, and hey, we level up. I like this.
Exactly.
Level 20.
Let's try something different. Let's burn it. Let's blow it up. Let's,
Well,
do
I mean,
something different. Anybody got a
technically-
bulldozer yet?
technically we own the place. We have the deed.
That's
It
true.
is our house now. The rightful heirs are dead. We have the paperwork. It's ours. It's our house now. And it is now burned down. That's unfortunate. Not going to make very good real estate developers at this rate.
Well, if it comes back, I mean,
And that's a good point. If we own it and it comes back every 3 days, what could we do with that?
we could definitely make some money off that. Like a
Yeah.
Airbnb. I mean, tenants are removed every couple of days.
Exactly.
Any rowdy parties, just feed them to the thing in the basement.
Like the
Are we
3
done?
girls are at the table to this party.
Oh shit! Hey girls, come over here. We got to come back to our
we
place.
got
We own
we got a place
property.
for you to stay for free if you'd like.
But only for 3 days. If you're out permanently.
He made a comment earlier that he was glad to know that we would do things like this. So does he have something that he needs done?
You gonna ask him?
Yes, that is me asking him. Yes, I'm sorry.
Oh. He says yes. Yes. Unless you are all very attached to this house,
It depends on how much money it could make up. Sorry, no, I didn't say that. Go ahead, please.
Yes, I have something pressing. You are new here. You may not know, but this land wasn't always as it looks. You may have noticed the castle lurking over the village. That
Have we noticed the castle?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's actually in this picture. It's a bad picture, but technically I think that's supposed to be the castle. Yeah. It's up on like high mountains actually, but this is the way the picture is. He says it is home to the devil Strahd. He is a plague onto this land and has been for many, many years. He is the reason that you see it in the state of which it is. This house that you have seen destroyed, well, the members of a cult would worship the Devil Strahd. It is avoided at all costs, that house. I am glad to see that you made it out. What I need done is quite a lot. I can see that you are all very weary. We can speak on this after a rest, or if you wish, we can speak on it now. Either way, we need to move to my father's house to finish this conversation.
Then I say we.
And with that, he looks over his shoulder towards the three women.
Then I
Which
say we
I'm still
go.
staring at.
We go to a place of rest. That is
How-
important.
How do they respond when he looks at them, Matt? Considering that I've been staring at them the whole time and watching them.
Oh, they've been ignoring. They're in their own conversation. They have not even looked over at the table at all.
So they don't even notice that he looks at them.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. What'd you say, Silkar?
Yeah. Then I say let's go a place of rest. I'm not feeling well, though your excellent town vine has made this tolerable. I think I should need rest.
Agreed.
So I'll stand up and hope that others follow.
Oh, I follow.
Okay,
I'm in.
we head
Go
that
on.
direction then.
All right. Ismark stands up and says, "Very well," and he goes over by the bar, and you see him put down those iron pieces. Puts down two of those, and walks out the door. If you follow him, he goes out into the village, and you march southward. So you pass the yep, you pass the mercantile place that you saw before. When you do walk out into the village, you still hear those like sobs, those soft sobs kind of echoing through the village. As you move further down, southward towards what looks to be part of this crossroads, another like main road kind of like branching off, you hear it a lot louder coming from a building, or a house, sorry, a house right next to the mercantile place. And yeah, you
The
continue.
crying?
The crying, yes, the sobbing. Yep.
So
Can
wait,
I-
are we outside now?
Yeah, y'all are just kind of going through
Yeah.
this cobblestone road.
I didn't realize we left.
Well, everybody was leaving. Did you not leave?
I just didn't catch that part. Sorry.
Did the sobbing, is that sort of omnipresent? Is that in the distance? Is it directional?
It's directional. You can hear it very strongly from the building that you are passing now to what would
Can
be
I-
your left.
Can
Can
I
I
ask the dude who that is? Like, who is who lives there, and why are they crying? Ismark.
And I want to totally like use my powers of maybe good, maybe bad perception and see if I can windows, doors. Does it look locked? See if what I can look at.
At the house? Okay, do a perception for the house.
I should.
And as far as Ismark, he says that's Mad Mary. Unfortunate soul, that one.
I say we
I
go
need to
check
add the
her out.
D4 to whatever it turned out to be.
Landslide.
Is this a common thing for her to do?
15.
Only in the past week, her daughter has gone missing.
Maybe another thing we can help with while we are here. At some point.
Perhaps. After you're arrested, you will learn how vital it is for what I am going to ask to be accomplished as soon as possible.
I'll ask it. Is she one of the dead people we keep seeing? Is she ghost? Why is it so present?
She's
She
not.
loud?
She's not a ghost. As you can
That's
tell, our
good.
village is quiet, silent.
It
Some would say,
do-
if not for
doesn't sound
Orcrist,
quiet.
it
Got
would
it.
be
Okay.
if she was to be consoled. So with your perception 15, you can
Yeah.
see that the windows are boarded up, but also you can tell that this is a common thing in all like these houses. Like they're either the shutters are drawn or the windows are boarded up, or the doors have an extra like few locks or hinges or whatever on them. And this is one that doesn't stick out. It looks much like the others. It has a dreary look to it. It looks, not quite dilapidated. Like all the buildings here still look pretty stout, not like completely upkept or whatnot, but still look as though they can take a beating, I guess you could say. But the it doesn't look like anyone wants visitors, I guess you could say. And this building is, no outlier. It's the same. So as you
Okay.
continue on, you come to the end of this road, and I'll say that this is, just a few minutes. It's not this village. So this village has maybe a few dozen homes, um, and you know some of them you can see. It's hard to see with the fog, but some of them you can see out of the chimneys. There are some, smoke plumes coming out of them. The house that you're nearing at the end of this is very large. It is a weary looking mansion which squats behind a rusting iron fence. The iron gates are twisted and torn. The right gate lies cast aside, while the left swings lazily in the wind. The stuttering squill and clang of the gate repeats with mindless precision. Weeds choke the ground and press with menace upon the house itself. Yet against the walls, the growth has been tramped down to create a path all about the domain. Heavy claw marks have stripped the once beautiful finish of the walls. Great black marks tell of fires that have assailed the mansion. Not a pane nor a shard of glass stands in any window. All of the windows are barred with planks, each one marked with stains of evil omen. That is
What
the mansion.
What do they mean by evil omen? What do we see? Like
Um,
cold signs, or like dead hanging cats, or what does that mean?
kind of like I guess like bloodstain markings on um, each of the windows, basically, as if it was not like just a random. It's like a literal like mark on on each one of them, whether it be just like a hand. It's like they're all like centered. It's almost as if it was marked for a reason. But this is what you see as you approach, and Ismark says, "As you can see, well, my father, the mansion was attacked night after night of these creatures, and it wasn't until his passing that they have not paid us a visit. So, hoping tonight will be without visitors other than yourselves. It is barred up and is very defensive. None of the creatures made it inside.
Who put the markings on the walls? Is that father?
No, those would be Strahd's creatures.
Oh. Strahd seems very not pleasant person.
We don't call him the devil, Strahd, lightly.
The devil Strahd. Interesting.
So with that, he continues onward and goes to knock on the door, where you hear him say, "Irina, Irina, it's Ismark." And without any type of response, the door, you hear like a couple of some noise and jarring from behind the door, and the door creeps open or creaks open. And standing in front of you in the doorway is a fairly young female. She's in like a red fine robes. She has like dark brunette hair. She's very striking, and for those of you that are walking right behind Ismark, you can tell she's very relieved to see him. And he steps in and says, "We finally, we have help, but first we need to let them rest." And do you all step inside?
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going in.
Okay, this is a really horrible resolution of a picture here. Okay, so as you step inside, Irina just this woman kind of steps back, lets you all step inside, each one of you. She looks each of you up and down as you enter. For those of you paying attention, her facial expression seems to be one of relief as each of you are stepping inside. As you also step inside, you notice that the interior of the mansion is well furnished, yet the fixtures show signs of great wear. Noticeable oddities are uh, the boarded up windows and the presence of holy symbols in every room. Yeah, and you also notice that in a side room, you see what looks to be a simple wooden coffin surrounded by lots of flowers. And
Do
you smell when you go in, you smell like this small scent of like decay.
the holy symbols? Do I know what god or what patron they worship?
Do a religion check for me.
Hold on, before you continue, I should just put this. So 11, 12, 13.
Okay. That is a very good question. All right, so I'm going to return to you with answer, but it is 8:30, so I'm gonna let everyone take a 5-minute break, and we'll come back to it as y'all entered the house. Um, and then of course I'll answer the question about the holy symbols. But at this time, all of you are entering the house and just kind of trying to get yourself settled and whatnot, looking over, what basically I explained to you. So everyone, just go ahead and use the bathroom, get something to drink, and we'll be back in like 5 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
Adric covers camera with cloth, making sure we don't see his naughty time.
Wow, Chris. Wow.
So, who wants to take like a long rest on this front lawn?
We are taking long rest in house.
I don't want to
I'd
take
like
a
to
long
sleep
rest in the
inside.
house.
I
I
should
think
say, am
we need
taking
to
long
rest-
rest in house.
I think we need to take a rest before we go in the house.
You can take long rest inside zombie yard. That's on you.
Better than zombie house. Man, I'm starting to think the people are not who we want to be hanging out with. I think maybe we just need to like go and just rustic this shit, like Bear Grylls it. Just well, you know what? We're just gonna do our own thing. We're gonna try to find this kid somewhere, follow some trails.
Well, that explains why no one else answering me. Can y'all hear me?
Oh, sorry, what?
I was asking if y'all heard me.
Just now I did.
Okay. Were you the one asking if you were going to sleep in the yard?
Yeah, I would not want to go in there.
I'll hang out with you outside then. Because Minotaur in a small house.
I mean, I gotta follow these kids in if they're going in, but that just does not seem like a great place to go try to sleep. And I know at least 3 of us are very near death, myself
Well,
included.
as am I. $900,000. I sent I sent the link to the stream to about 15 different people. To help Matt get it going. I think my roll 20 is messed up. Oh, no, it seems to be okay. It's really laggy.
Pure bet.
Mm-hmm.
What's up? We lost somebody. Oh no, we didn't. Torben just moved.
No, my roll 20 seems to be a little iffy at the moment.
What'd you break?
None. Everybody left and my roll 20 started spinning.
Simple enough.
But it seems like it's up and running. I see everyone moving. But it seems like it's up and running. I see everyone moving. But it seems like it's up and running. I see everyone. Is the stream frozen or did you pause it?
Oh, I just. Oh no. The stream might have been messed up, but.
So I think I found one of the most disgusting things you can drink.
Oh yeah, what is it?
On the way to take my son back, we stopped and grabbed dinner, and one of the place we stopped, they had different types of drinks there, and one thing I've never seen before was chocolate peanut butter milk.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but man, it is like it's like drinking a Hershey's peanut butter cup, or not Hershey's, a Reese's peanut butter cup
Still sounds
in
good.
liquid form. Oh my god, it's just there's something not right with that. It's like drinking water out of a soda can. It just doesn't seem right.
Yeah, I mean, I like peanut butter chocolate milkshakes.
I'll buy some and ship it down to you, Matt.
Okay.
Did somebody say a peanut butter chocolate milkshake?
Yeah.
Ooh, have you had that bacon? What they sell it at Baskin Robbins? No,
Bacon milkshake.
Robin, the burger place. Robin, something like that. Whatever. They
Red
sell the-
Robin.
Red Robin.
Is it Red Robin's? Yeah. They sell the bacon, honey, like vodka drink or something like that, and they got a fucking piece of bacon in it. It's ridiculous. You should try it out.
Sounds like
You can get obese and liver cancer all at once.
yeah, sounds like what was it called? Hangover cure, for sure. Okay, so we're all here. I see Cam's not perfect, but I think we're all back. Maybe, yeah.
Adric and Ilaria put never mind, just Ilaria cover the scrying orb. So as soon as they get back, they will remove the cover from the scrying orb so we see them.
Okay.
How was that? Was that reasonably
Yeah, it's good. I'm gonna jump into it. All right. So the holy symbols that you see there, Selkar. Let's see. You do not recognize them. All that anticipation.
I know. I know they're holy. I know they're not evil, but I don't know what the hell they are.
Yeah. Based on what they're made out of and stuff like that, in your check, you could see that they are in fact holy symbols. Just because they look they look. I guess off your check of 13, they look familiar to you, but you're not sure like what deity or patron they're
Can I
supposed
go
to
ahead?
be made for.
Can I make a note that I'd like jot them down, if we have time? I don't want to offend him by kind of like stopping and doing like a pencil art or whatever, but if I've got time to jot them down. Oh, actually, I should ask: do I have time to jot them down without it being a whole thing, or are they complicated?
I mean, you can do that during your rest
Okay.
or something. I mean,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If I can, if I want to, I kind of want to keep a mental note and then jot them down on my own so I can try and recognize them later, but have whatever they are later.
okay. Yeah. So as all of you pile in, like I said, you see these holy symbols. One sec. Alaria, Michelle, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. You see all these symbols. Most notably, you do see the wooden coffin. And For those of you that pay attention to it, the wooden coffin looks crudely built at best, but does seem to comfortably hold this older man inside of it, who is surrounded by these flowers. So you do get this scent of decay, but you also get the scent of the flower. So it's kind of this like comes in waves, basically. But as all of you pile in, Ismark kind of like puts a hand on Irina, and just looks to the rest of you and says, "This is my adopted sister, Irina. I know all of you are weary, so we will skip the pleasantries if you wish to just rest, and then in the morning we can continue."
I would very much like that.
Irina actually speaks up and she just says, "Brother, our father must be buried in the morning. Are they to help us?"
Come again?
I'll help you bury.
She
Did I miss
look.
something?
She.
It sounded like your brother, our father.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Okay.
So Irina. I'm sorry, Torvin. Irina looks over at you and looks slightly taken aback. Just as she looks over at your Minotaur form. But after hearing that you will do this without much of hesitation, her face calms, and she just looks at you and says, "Thank you. We would have done it ourselves, but moving the casket is too much for just the two of us. No one has helped us."
It's only right to put someone to rest, even if you don't know them.
There's truth in that. Ismark says, "Well, there you go, sister. We can do this in the morning, but first, they need rest, as you can see." Um, so with that, he does gesture towards a couple empty rooms. There's also an upstairs. He lets you know that there are 3 bedrooms upstairs, and there are a few lounges downstairs for each wherever you want to rest. Just let me know what y'all want to do.
I would like to ask about this brother/father business, but I'm too tired.
Oh, she
I'm
was
also very
talking to her
tired.
brother about their father.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I misinterpreted that. I was
Sorry.
terrified.
Yeah, she was talking to Ismark, her brother. Her
About the
like step brother, basically, and about their father.
Gotcha. Okay, I heard your brother, our father, and I was like, okay. All right, so I'm gonna just sleep on this couch then, or this cot downstairs.
Okay. So yeah, there's a lounge area. So yeah, there's a nice couch. I mean, like it said, the furnishings are really nice. They're worn. They've been there. Obviously, they're all like very much antiques. But they are nice. So, where is everyone going for the night? As Ismark did proclaim that this is the night, and that y'all will do things in the morning.
I
I
will
will
take a
sit
room
by
with Sophar.
Okay, Torvin.
I'll sit by the front door and just do my own personal thing with my pendant.
Okay.
Oh well,
Are you going to
eventually
be a
I'll.
lookout or?
Yeah, I'm gonna stand guard on the first floor.
Okay, but you're still
Well,
trying to take a rest, so you're going to be first lookout or?
yeah, we'll do
Okay.
that.
Fair enough. Anyone else want to look out after Torvin, or y'all just resting? And I know Selkar, you're kind of looking over these symbols before you nod off, or maybe you take look out after Torvin and do that. I don't know. It's up to y'all.
I was thinking I'd take second, unless
I can take second or third, whichever you prefer.
Okay.
whoever wakes me up or whatever, I'll take it. I'll express an interest in taking watch with whoever wakes me up when it's their turn.
All right, I'm second. Soccer's third.
Okay. Okay. With that, does anyone want to be fourth?
I can do
Sure, I
fourth.
will.
Fourth final. Laszlo or Ilaria? Which one? You want to do it together?
Sure.
That's fine.
Okay. Cool. All right. So, where's everyone settling? I know Torvin's by the door. Ovok, you are in the lounge area over on like a daybed, basically. Adric, Selkar are in a room together, but I'm not sure what room. We still need Laszlo and Ilaria. Where are you settling down?
I was just gonna. Is there like?
Are we splitting up during this?
It's up to you. I said that Ismark basically said that there's, a couple rooms down here. But if you wish to have a bed, he said that there's 3 bedrooms upstairs.
I would like to stay where the majority of the group is going to be.
Okay.
I was gonna try to find an actual bed.
Okay, so that would be upstairs. You just want to grab a room upstairs?
Sure.
Okay. So yeah, Selkar, you're following your brother, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, totally.
So y'all find a room where there are 2 beds. So y'all don't have to cuddle if you don't want to.
I mean, we're used to that shit, but we're not gonna advertise that.
So now I just need to know where are you staying?
I was gonna say, is there like a fireplace around here that I can just like curl up on the floor?
There is. So in the room with Ovok he's got like this couch like daybed. There is a fireplace. It's not roaring, but it is giving off heat. And I'm guessing Ilaria, that's probably where you're going to be too. And Torvin is in, kind of the entryway, which is close by. So Laszlo, is that where you want to be?
Sure.
Okay.
I just go. Come here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Hold on.
To
No
no response,
reaction,
I guess. Oh, great. So, yeah. So all of you settle in. Finally, being able to get some much-needed rest.
It's gonna be a close one tonight.
Torvin, you
I
just
don't
sit
understand how some of these states
guard
can already
by
go in.
the door. Go ahead and do a perception check for me there, Torvin.
Perception. One sec. Perception.
Beautiful. Yeah, Torvin. I mean, you're just sitting behind the door. You know, the
Fall asleep?
the no, he doesn't. He doesn't fall asleep, but he is kind of in his own mind, just kind of trying to take in all that's happened, not only to each of you, but also what has happened to Torvin. The fact that he is no longer a Goliath, the fact that his gods have either thrown him out, cast him out, or have ignored him. And contemplating that, the 2 hours pass very quickly as you realize that it's time for you to wake Ovok.
I'll go and do so.
Okay.
I say it's your watch now.
Okay. So I'll just kind of hop up and go stand at the door and leer out.
All right. Do a perception check.
Man,
Torvin, you
always perception
finally
checks.
let sleep take you.
Ho 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 ho.
House shakes.
We're
as I
doing
fall
great,
onto
guys.
the bed.
Yeah, we're killing it. Yeah, we're just killing it.
I'm gonna kill the party twice.
Oh man. Okay. Ovok, you sit by the door and being a few minutes go by, quite a few minutes, and you don't hear anything. You don't see anything until the point to where you start pulling out your trophies to kind of, inventory what all you've claimed, uh, and kind of glory that you've kind of conquered since you've been to this land. And before you know it, it is time to go upstairs and wake Selkar.
Okay. Oh god. I didn't quite swallow something like I meant to. Anyways, okay, so I go upstairs and I tap Selkar and say, yeah, it was totally quiet. Went out there. Place is pretty cool. Pretty safe.
Oh my God! What the?
Nobody here.
Oh, that's the wrong accent for this. Okay, right. So I stand up and I will go do. I'll go do watch.
Yeah, or shots. I mean, there's none out there, man.
I'd like to go as well, if that's fine.
I mean, with my loud, uproarious,
Yeah, I'm awake
noise.
anyway at this point. And I wake up with a dagger.
What are you? Oh God! Just you in my face.
Watch. Let's go do watch.
Well, you come with, okay? I mean, you can sleep. I am good with the watching.
Nah,
Idiot.
Might as
You
well.
know,
Might as well.
switch
Good
to a
on.
little bit of Elvin and say, hey man, now's the time to sleep. We seem to be nice building, nice walls. I mean, it's a good sleep. Nice chance to get some decent sleep if you want.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little better at the moment. I think I need to ask you to try and re-bless me. I couldn't break it out in the house. There was no holy. I had nothing, so I want to try it again while we got some time.
Okay. I mean, hey, worst
We
that
got a
happens is
couple
we
of hours.
fail miserably.
And I don't really want to, involve the others. So,
Okay.
well, we got some time. Let's give it a shot. See if it works again.
And I'll look at him and say, Ovak, right? Ovak woke us up, right? I'm not insane.
Yes.
I mean, I might be. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you, Ovak. We will we'll keep it. I'll let you know if bad guy come.
I ain't no bad guys, dude. Go do shots. You're fine. Yeah, I didn't shit out there. Trust me. I was
Okay,
out there.
do
I never
shots.
did anything.
Don't worry, we won't do anything stupid like run out into the darkness and just fight it on our own. Not just glaring daggers.
I join him in dagger watching.
Ovok's shame is so great that she just curls up in a ball and doesn't say anything.
Go to sleep and get better. We keep you safe until morning.
We will
God.
do our best to keep you safe.
Where's that Lonely Island gift? This is her right now. Damn it, I gotta find it.
Oh my gosh. All right, so you both make it downstairs. Ovok, in her shame, stays upstairs and curls up in a corner somewhere, I guess, hugging her
As
knees.
deserved.
Uh,
Up to Ovok.
Hey.
But anyways, you go downstairs. Go ahead and do perception check.
Both of us are one
It's
with
up to you
Okay.
whether you want to do it individually or.
No,
I'll
if it-
help him.
Well, also,
Yeah.
let me ask this, Selkar, are you looking over the holy symbols at this time?
I was hoping to look at those before we went to bed. If I didn't get a chance to, then yeah, I'd be looking over them.
Okay.
Up to
You
you.
could still
You tell me.
just do it individually
Okay.
for that.
In that,
Both y'all
Individual perception,
Yeah, both
or
y'all do
for the
perception
whole
checks
thing?
right now. We got a 4.
so 22 plus 4 for 5, 4, 5, 6. 26. Woohoo!
Adric, you go over to not the front door. You go over to the same room where the others are gathered, but you can peer out in between the boards there, and that's where you basically have your lookout there. You start your lookout. Selkar, you move to the room where the coffin is at with all the flowers, and you start to observe these holy symbols. You reach down and pick one up, and it doesn't look like anything that you've seen before.
They're not painted or drawn. They're actually something physical.
Yeah, they're physical.
Okay.
And you see Ismark walk into the room.
Happy evening, or celebrate evening. What is good evening. Good evening, Ismark. How was your night?
He looks in your hands where you have the holy symbol, and looks back up to you and says, it may be foolish, and you probably don't know, but that is for the Mother Knight. Do you know of her?
I know of somebody, Mother Knight?
No, you don't.
I don't know if Mother Knight, though maybe they're a different name from where I come from. What is Mother Knight?
She is said to look over the people of Barovia between dusk and dawn. Many say that she has cursed us and brought the devil Strahd here. But I still feel that having something to prove that our faith is with her is better than not.
Seems reasonable. So since holy symbols put out, you have not had issue?
The holy symbols have been here for weeks, and we have had issue. What seems to have caused the attacks to stop was my father's death. The
I
poor man died of a heart attack. I believe the stress of the attacks were too much, and after what happened to Irina, it was too much for his heart to bear.
I'm sorry that you lost your patriarch, your father.
Thank
That that is rough.
He was a great man. Unfortunately, I am actually known as Ismark the Lesser, having his name, but not quite his reputation.
Reputations are built and earned. They are not magic. They don't just poof. So I mean, just because you haven't had it doesn't mean you won't earn it. And I am confident you will gain reputation uh, and be the second and whoa.
Those are kind words, but reputation is not one you wish to have in Barovia. It may have led to my father's death. Strahd, the devil himself, he watches over this land. He has spies in all of the places. You cause too much attention, he will know.
Sounds like we need to cause more attention so we can
No, you do
get
not.
rid of him.
want to cause attention. You do
But-
not want to be.
I mean-
He like stops you. He puts his hand up, and he is just this grim look as he stares at you, and he says, "No, Strahd, there has been many who have rose up against him. You do not want to do this. It is to wish death upon yourself. The reason that I have asked for your help is
Uh-huh.
for Irina. As you can see, the castle looms largely over this village, and for some reason, Strahd, Adric, yes, you do hear this. No one else is woke by this, but you do hear this. So if you want to move closer, you can.
Yeah, I'm trying to be quiet in case I don't want to wake sleeping. But of course, I don't mind waking or attracting either. Though,
Yeah, he hears this.
I want
don't-
to get that direction and kind of listen outside.
Okay, but he continues. Ismark continues. Like, he still has a hand up. He says, Irina, for some reason, has garnered his attention, and he has came to visit her a couple times. My father did not like this, and barred up the mansion, and did what he could, and placed these symbols to keep him at bay. And due to that, his creatures attacked us every night, not making it in, luckily, but costing my father his life.
so the symbols seem to help. Do they like at least keep him out, if not his creatures from attacking?
He is a creature of the night. He is a vampire. So unless we invite him in, he cannot enter. His creatures can enter with force, and so they assailed our mansion.
You said a vampire. Vampire. I thought that was myth, legendary garlic steak kind of thing. Uh, this is real here in Barovia.
It is very real. I am afraid to tell you. What you may have heard through legend may not all be real, but vampires sucking the life from the living for many, many years. It is true. And the Devil Strahd is the most powerful one.
Well, that seems like something we should be cautious of. Not saying I don't want him to know we're here, but
Oh, he knows you are here. Trust me.
I should
Strahd
say
watches Mini, and based on what you said happened at the gates, he welcomed you to his land, and also
Hmm.
has shown that he will not let you leave.
that seems foolish to have let us in on his part. Maybe he is not as intelligent as he pretends.
You do not want to underestimate the devil, Strahd. He has reigned over this area for hundreds of years.
That is wise word. I do not want to underestimate. Yes. Do not underestimate. But I'd also caution against overestimating him. That everybody has a weak, and if we can find it and exploit it,
This is
think
not
we.
words I need to hear. Weak. This is not. This is something you do not speak of.
Okay.
Maybe somewhere else. For now, Irina has captured his eye and must be moved. He she cannot be close over the watchful eye of Castle Ravenloft. That is his home.
Oh, ravens are very intelligent, wonderful birds. Is it he has ravens in his pay, or does he just take them?
Adric, are you have you moved into the room, or are you still just keeping an ear out?
I'm just keeping an ear out and
Okay.
listening to the conversation.
Okay. Selkar, he responds and says, he has many creatures of the night under his command, ravens being one of them.
Well, that is extremely disturbing. For some
Do
of the
not
undead,
kill a
raven,
raven unless you wish to inflict
I
a
would
curse
never
upon it.
kill a raven. Ravens are amazing creatures.
That is good to hear.
Hmm.
Nonetheless,
Well, what?
Irina must be moved. This is what I wish to speak to your group here. In the morning, she must be moved. I was hoping that it would be the town of Valaki. There are enemies of Strahd there. And not to talk too much of that, but it is a stronghold, and it is far away from his castle, and
What
hopefully
was
his eyes.
what was the name of that? Let me. I missed it.
Valaki.
Hold on. I've got 17 billion tabs open. VAL. What was that?
Vallaki.
Valaki.
Valaki.
Okay. Move Arena to Valaki.
Yep. Adric, as you're still keeping an ear out, you see some movement coming from that slit out towards the village. And stepping closer, you can see that they are. Let me get the right verbiage. You can see figures marching down the cobblestone road in the distance. An eerie green light an eerie green light covers the area. From this light emerges a ghostly procession, wavering images of doughty women toting great swords, woodwise men with slender bows, dwarves with glittering axes, and archaically dressed mages with beards and strange pointed hats. All these and much more march forth through what you can see. You don't see too much of an opening, but you can see them all marching. Based on your perspective, they would be marching towards the west.
But not towards the house.
Not towards the house, no. So you're looking down the road, which would be basically where that main square is. You see them all marching towards the west in this
Okay.
like green eerie light, and the numbers seem to be like growing by the second. But you see this.
Yeah, I'll go grab both of them, I guess, and direct their attention outside and ask shoot, I keep forgetting his name. Ismark. What is that? And is this something that we need to be concerned about?
He lets out a sigh and says, "This is what happens when you face Strahd." And he gestures, like looks over at Selkar. Says, "This is those who tried to defeat the Devil Strahd and unfortunately failed. There was a revolt. A mage, powerful wizard, came and led this revolt and gathered many adventurers, much like yourselves, and brought the battle to Strahd and failed. And unfortunately, now cursed, they are always marching towards his lair.
Interesting. Did they march openly, like a big army thing, or were they monkey? What's the word? Monkey? Big gorilla, or were they more gorilla, like were quiet and individual, but work together?
Are you asking him if there was like an army that assaulted the
Yeah.
castle,
Did
or?
they? Was it an obvious army, or was it more of a guerrilla warfare type of situation?
Gotcha. He says there was a large revolt. Many attempted to attack and slay Strahd, and others have tried as well in smaller groups. But what you see is the sum of all. Failed
And
in
I'll
their
look at
attempts ever marching towards his castle.
Adric and say, if we do anything, which I'm not saying we should, obviously, I mean the evidence, we need to make sure we keep it quiet, as our friend Ismar says not to discuss anywhere. So guerrilla tactics, if anything, if anything, may
No,
not do anything.
I heard. I was listening at the doorway. I don't know why you're speaking common right now.
Mostly for Ismark's benefit. Probably not do anything. I mean, he seems to be rather powerful, so we probably won't do anything at all. Nothing. Nothing at all.
Sure. Sure. For now. We just
Ever.
wait.
Ever. For now, whatever. Either one.
We wait. We learn. We see if we
Do I
can
get
get out of this place.
do I get the impression he was trying to hint at me that he might hear or be around or omnipresent, that kind of thing?
He's there. Oh, you're talking about Strahd, or?
Did I get the impression that Ismark was hinting that, hey, hey, he can hear every word you say, kind of thing?
He did say that he has spies everywhere.
Okay. Not that he'd be able to hear us directly, but that there would be spies around.
Right.
Okay.
Maybe not be so open about it, but definitely. Well, let's continue the watch. Get the blessing over with, and then get the rest of our sleep.
And you said that was spelled Vallake?
Yeah, Valaki. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. But yeah, Ismark says, do not worry about them. Those spirits are tortured souls, but they mean us no harm. They're just
Do they
more of the curse on this land by Strahd.
question? If they don't mean harm, do they just travel a pace and then next night and then start again? Or can you talk to them? Or what is up with them?
I have not tried to speak to them myself, but they seem to always travel at around midnight and make their way westward towards the castle.
As if they weren't dead already.
Indeed.
And then next night they do it again? Or is it once a week
Yes,
or once a month?
every night the tortured souls make the march.
Do you know of anyone who tried to communicate?
Myself, no. After the revolt failed, the life was once again sucked from this land, and we turned away from such things.
Wait, you said once again sucked from the land. Does that mean when their revolt started, life returned for a brief period?
There was hope.
So
But
you
a
don't mean
false
actual
hope.
life. You mean hope, not
Yes.
the grass and the flowers. Woo, come up.
Yes, our plants still grow here.
Cool. That's interesting. Brother, any questions you can think of for our friend here?
Plenty of time for that in the morning. Finish our watch and get back to sleep.
With that, I will leave you both. I need some rest myself.
Thank you once again for your hospitality.
Of course. So he steps away back towards the main house, not going upstairs, but just back in another room. Finishing out, you do notice if you're still peering out, Adric and Silkar at this time, you do notice that the march lasts until your time is nearly up, and you finally see like just stragglers still kind of marching in that eerie green light, as though hundreds of these so-called adventurers have marched through the town and head westward. And around this time, it is time to wake up Laszlo and Laria.
I'll head to Laszlo. No, wait. I'll head to Laurie. I'll leave Adric for Laszlo since
You're in the room with them.
since Adric had a bonding moment with Laszlo. I think I'll head to Laurie and wake her up.
I will wake Laszlo up.
Okay.
I'll let Laszlo know. There are some ghosts outside, but apparently this happens all the time. Don't worry about it. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
There are what outside?
Ghosts. Ghosts. Specters. We'll explain them. They're not going to come in here.
There's ghosts outside, but they're not going to come in here.
There is a lot of ghosts outside. See,
How
and
can you be sure that the ghosts are not going to come in here?
apparently this happens all the time around midnight. So you can see them, and I'll take them to the window, and I'll point at the stragglers.
And I will
But
have at
how
that
do
point.
you know all of this? Like, how do you know this happens every night at midnight? This is our first night here.
Oh, Ismark was awake, and I asked him about it.
And you just believed what he told you?
Laszlo, you do see the spectral, like, eerie green light, and you do see the spectral forms far off in the distance disappear and march off to the west. Down the
Yeah, but I'm half asleep, so I don't know if I believe what I'm seeing anyway.
I've watched them for over an hour now. They have all headed in the same direction. None of them have come this way.
You watched them from inside or outside?
Inside? I'm not going out there. Kidding me? There's hundreds of ghosts out there. I've already been possessed once in this wretched land.
But we've been told that they won't come inside. They're just going to go by the house in their little spirit parade.
They're just all the way the hell over there, and we are all the way the hell over here, and that makes me happy.
Well, I agree with you on that. Okay.
Just FYI.
It's always great to be woken up and told, hey, there's a ghost about.
Like a shit ton of ghosts. Like
That's even better.
so many ghosts.
Wipe the sleep from your eyes. There's a shit ton of ghosts around.
And I'll give him the long and short of what Ismark told us about them being adventurers in the rebellion. And well, there's your bedtime story. Was it it was a rebellion or an uprising, right?
A revolt, yeah.
A revolt.
Same thing, yeah.
I'm assuming, but by that time I will have woken up Elaria and said, Elaria, get up, and then I'll briefly like tell her about the ghost, but then I hear Adric talking, and I'm like, what he said, and then listen, and then that way I don't have to repeat this shit.
Yeah.
Ooh, he goes. They seem to not pose a direct threat to us right now. We'll probably find out more in the morning, but I would recommend we don't go out there. They are out there, we are in here. They are far away, we are here. Just, welcome to Barovia, I guess. There are a ton of ghosts out there, and it seems normal. Concerning. Anyway, good night. I'm gonna go.
And then at that point we will abruptly like lay down and go to sleep. Questions hanging in the air. It doesn't matter. We're just out.
Like, yeah, there's like 6, 8, 10,000 ghosts out there. Who knows? But I'm just gonna go to sleep like no big deal.
Like, no big deal. This is normal.
So now that they're asleep, Laurie, you want to go out and check out these ghosts?
Go out.
Yeah. Let's go outside and check them out.
Sure. That sounds
Really?
like
I
a
didn't think,
great
I
idea.
didn't think you would agree to that.
Have fun, guys.
Really great fun, guys.
All right, what are y'all doing?
Well,
So maybe we just go out on the front porch and see what we see.
Okay.
Take it one step at a time. Damn.
All right.
I guess we gotta move forward with this shit now.
Roll perception check. If you're stepping out, I mean, you roll perception check anyways,
Ooh.
but we'll do it for
You're rolling a
this
2.
stepping out. Yeah. You need to roll a 2. Everyone rolls a 2. Oh. You know.
You rolled a 3, so I'm.
Yeah. Okay. Between the both of you, Laszlo, in your sleepy eyes, you did see like a few figures move towards the westward, but now neither of y'all are seeing any movement out in the streets. Laszlo, you do see just quickly as like the moon shines over, or I'm sorry, not the moon, sorry, the sky being somewhat lit. You do see over the clouds, or in between you and the clouds, are like a swarm of bats just fly and seem to move right above, kind of like the main squarish area, and then move away. Start away.
So can I use like my cat nose to see if I smell anything?
That would be your perception check. As far as smells,
Okay.
you're not smelling anything other than the flower smell coming from inside and the little scent of the decay coming from the Burgermeister's body.
so I'm
With
gonna suggest that we wait till light before we do any further exploring.
You mean outside? Can we explore inside while we're awake?
Yes.
Okay. So where do we want to look? I suggest we don't split up. Do we have a map of this house at all, Matt, or is it just
No.
this picture?
It's
Okay.
just this picture.
So, like, I don't know. Do you want to like check the kitchen, see if there's food, something we could stock up on for the journey?
Yes.
Okay.
I was just
You're
thinking.
gonna raid their kitchen while they're sleeping.
It's the middle of the night. We're hungry.
Yes. Yes, we are.
All
Okay.
right, so we're gonna go raid the kitchen, Matt.
Do investigation check. Either one of you with advantage or each of you individually. So individually, all right. 2018. Okay. Yeah.
See, Matt, those are the 2 dice I told you I rolled earlier. The 2 20s.
Yeah. Sure. You both step away from this the front of the house, like where the lounge and also where like the study is, basically, and that's where the Burgermeister's body in the coffin is at. You step deeper into the house to where you come to a large kitchen area, and you do find both of you find like loaves of bread, rolls of bread, and some cured meats in a pantry.
You know, for some reason, there's part of me that wants to check that dead body now.
What are y'all doing?
Well, I guess before I check the dead body, all right, Escalari, do we want to eat any of this or pack any of it away for wherever the hell we're going tomorrow?
Dead body's already packed, man. It's ready to go.
No, the food. The cured meat and
I
the
would like to
bread.
take- I would like
You're
to-
asleep. You're asleep. So hush.
Yes, I think we should take bread and meat. Yes.
All right. So should we add that to our item list, Matt?
Okay. In a second, because as each of you are rummaging through this, you're making quite a bit of sound as neither of you decided to do this stealthily.
Lord.
You see Ismark walk in to the kitchen. He sees both of you and he just cocks his head a little bit and says, "You, is this customary where you just take things from the
We got
lands
the
you are
munchies,
from?"
man. We got the munchies. It's the middle of the night. We're standing guard. We're hungry.
Ooh, maybe not the right way to word that.
Super charming.
Let's do a persuasion with disadvantage on there. Let's leave it up to the D20.
Why the hell can't
Ilaria, what are you doing to his reaction? Are you saying anything? Or...
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I'm sleeping. I don't care. I'm sleeping through this shit.
I am explaining to him, look, we're just trying to prepare for this journey that we're going on for you tomorrow, so that we are, in the best shape then and can make it in one piece, and we're for our journey for you.
Okay, so I'll give Laszlo advantage. So 7.
Thanks.
Yeah. So Ismark looks and says, I did not even tell you of the journey. I would have gladly given you rations or whatever you needed.
Yeah, we already knew that. That's why we were taking them. You're a kind guy. You gave us the wine. We assumed you were going to be kind enough to give us some food for this journey.
Once again, I have not told you anything of a journey. That being said, you
I thought
are
we were
my
taking the.
guests. You don't know this. You have not been told. You've been told very little. You said that he has wanted your help. Selkar knows quite a bit, and Adric overheard quite a bit. That was not
Yeah, and
shared
Adric
with you.
told us before he went to bed.
No,
Yeah, we told you about the ghosts. That was it.
not. He did not tell you
Oh,
this.
great.
Oh,
The
see,
immediate
because he did
concern.
that whole thing where he's like, I just filled him in real quick, so I assumed we knew everything.
Right.
Otherwise, I
I
would have
was-
kept asking questions.
Yes, I'm with
No.
you.
Not
I
just about the
misunderstood.
revolt, the immediate threat of the ghosts outside to not be concerned when
Yeah.
you looked outside and saw a whole
All right,
bunch of
well,
ghosts.
FYI for everybody, from now on, I'm going to ask 1,000,001 questions so I get all my answers.
Thank you.
Okay, as long
The
as you're
whole
not
game will be
metaing.
me asking questions.
Okay, great. Looking forward to it. Anyways, Ismark continues and says, I will provide you what you need and maybe more. In the morning, I was planning to address all of you and give you whatever you needed and hopefully get you to agree on the journey set before you. As it seems that you are impatient on this, take what you need, but of course, I still need to eat as well, so maybe leave just a few.
Yeah, we
for
weren't going
your
to take
host.
everything. We're just hungry now. We're just going to have something to eat.
It seems that you are storing them away instead of eating them.
Because we were going to eat elsewhere.
Nonetheless,
We got to stand guard, not in the kitchen.
yeah, you both are in here. There's not much guarding needed to be done here. Very well. Either way, I expect both of you to be enthusiastic when I explain more in the morning.
I'm always enthusiastic. Can't you tell from the tone of my voice?
Of course. And he steps. He just turns and walks out of the room. So, what do y'all do?
Gotta say, I loved that interaction. All of it. It was great.
Well, now I'm going to go check out this dead body.
Okay, I need to know how much So as far as the bread and meat and cured meats and whatever, you can both find about uh, 4 days of rations between the both of you. Between these cured meats and breads, instead of like putting your inventory to be like loaf of bread, bread roll, there's 4 days of rations. Now that's between the both of you, so however you want to do this inventory wise, that's what you find.
Yeah, I'm not going to take mine. If he's going to give it to the group in the morning, I'll wait until the morning and see what he gives to the group because I don't want 4 days for myself when the group's going to need some.
So you're putting it all back?
Yeah, I'm half tempted to lick everything before I put it back, but no, I'll just put it back.
Do it. Find some cat hairs in the food. What the hell's this?
Oh my god.
This is
Ilaria, what are you doing?
Start coughing up the
I'm not
hairball.
going through all this to not take 1 day's worth of rations. So I
You're
am
taking 1
taking
day's
1
worth of
day's
rations.
worth of
Alright, so that leaves
All
3
right,
days.
since she's doing that, I'll take one too.
Okay, so that leaves 2 days
I'll
worth
say-
of rations.
I'll say, hey, because we can always give it to someone who needs it.
Alright.
So should I just mark my rations up 1? Because I already have rations.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so instead of 9, I'd say I have 10 then.
Yep, exactly. So you're nowhere near starving. Okay, so after you do this, what do? You're still like within your patrol time and whatnot.
All right, I'm gonna do stealth since you want to call me out last time. I'm gonna just look over this dead body and see if I see anything. And maybe I should do investigation too, but
Yeah.
see if
do
I see
investigation.
anything out of the
Actually,
usual.
do medicine check.
Dang nabbit, Matt.
That's
Make
better.
up your
You
mind.
rolled a 7.
I'm assuming that
That made no difference.
All
What are
right.
you doing, Alaria?
I'm also with him and looking over the body as well.
Okay. So Laszlo sneaks over to the body and starts just like taking his little claws and just like poking and prodding it. And Ilaria walks over and just kind of like, just.
It's not bloated, right? I don't want to pop it.
Yeah. She just like kind of
Ew.
waves you away a little bit, and she starts like lifting up an arm and like kind of turning it to examine it and whatnot, and like, just kind of looking, like pushing down the collar of his shirt to see if there's any like markings or whatnot. And Alaria, there's no like bruises, claw marks, any type of physical damage done to this body. But it is very much dead. And I'll say with that check, you can tell it has died recently, but obviously from the smell, not super recently.
Dude, how funny would it be if I put my black leather eye patch on the thing?
I don't know how funny that would be.
He come down and his dead father's body would have a black eye patch on it. Okay, now I'm not gonna do it, but I just thought it'd be funny.
All right, so what are the two of you doing?
Abusing the
So-
shit out of guest right. That's what they're doing.
So what else in this house could we? Oh, can I investigate the walls, Matt?
Of course you can investigate the walls, Laszlo. Of course you can.
What's the body in?
A crudely built wooden coffin.
I was gonna say a dead state, but that makes sense too.
Are you investigating the walls?
Is there anything else in the coffin with the body?
There are some flowers in the coffin, as well as some flowers around the coffin. Laszlo, with your 9, you go through and investigate the walls. Just looking for anything kind of out in the ordinary. You do see, you obviously notice with that nothing peculiar except for the fact that there are like burn marks. There's boarded up parts of the windows. The doors, where there are doors, have several locks, and places where they can put another board to reinforce it. Some of the windows are barred themselves. All the glass, like I said, have been knocked out of every single window, either boarded up or barred. That's what you notice.
I don't know, Laurie. Is there anywhere else in here you want to look around, investigate, check out?
We've probably got into enough trouble already.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe go look for some mice or something. Have a midnight snack.
And y'all are great at looking. Like, lookouts. Y'all are amazing.
Well, we're just walking through the house, keeping an eye on the place.
Yeah. Yeah, you're great.
We're not supposed to be going outside, so which we already did.
Sure. So are you really looking like you're going through the house looking for mice?
Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. Is I'll just spend the rest of my time walking through the house and seeing if I find any mice or anything that I could scoop up and eat.
While he's doing that, I'm just gonna go and stand guard at the door.
Okay, perception check for Malaria. Laszlo, perception check as well. Laszlo, give me a survival check. I keep changing yours. Oh, okay, I see. Still give me a survival check.
Yeah, that was my plan, Matt.
Yep. Okay. Alari, you go over and stand by the door where the little bit of window there looks like it had stained glass, but it's been knocked out, and you can peer through the barred portion of it. It is, well, you would be able to peer through the barred portion of it if you were about 2 feet taller. So unfortunately, you cannot do that unless you find something to stand on, or you can move over to a window in another room to kind of try to like look through the boarded up window or the barred windows there.
I'll grab a chair and look out.
Okay, so you'll go back into the kitchen and grab a dining room chair and move it to the door, and then peer out the window. Okay. Gotcha. We'll come back to you. Laszlo, you are scurrying through the house, more so looking for vermin and the such. You do happen to track down uh, a large field-looking mouse that looks to be nibbling on some crumbs or some remains of what are around the area where you gathered up the bread from the pantry. What do you want to do? And you are separated from, the group or whatever.
So, is this in the kitchen?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So maybe
Laria came in and took a dining room chair and then left you to your mouse hunting.
the hell she take a chair for? Anyway, so maybe I can cook up this rat and eat it, or mouse, or whatever the hell I just found.
Are you attacking the mouse? Is that what you're doing?
Oh well, yeah, I thought I caught it, but yeah, if I got to do something to catch it, what do I roll?
Yeah, roll attack roll.
Okay, so I didn't know you wanted me to do that. Like, hold on, where the hell's my attack roll? Where the hell's attack?
I don't know. You're doing an unarmed strike, so just roll a 1d20, and then add your strength and proficiency and all that stuff. You have cat claws though, so you have like extra stuff. Your cat claws should be on your sheet.
Oh well, then let me roll that. I didn't realize that's
Okay.
what you wanted me to roll.
Nice, good job.
Yeah, which is worse. Which is worse.
Yeah, it is much worse. I'll go with the 19. That's fine. Yeah. So you, yeah, everyone see I'm very nice DM. Anyways, off the 21, you are able to secure this large fat field mouse as it's nibbling on the bread. What do you want to do with it? It's in your, you have it. It's in your grasp.
Okay, so I'm gonna hold on to this field mouse, and now since you want me to play this out in the open,
You're not out in the open.
I know that, but I'm still out in the open, so to say, because there's ears listening. I'm gonna open this jewelry box and see what's in it finally.
Oh Jesus! Let me actually go find that damn jewelry box now.
The jewelry box, did it have a lock on it? Do you remember?
No, it doesn't have a lock on it.
Okay. Does it have a latch, like a little way to hold it latched?
Yes, it has a latch. But
Okay. Okay. So
So So what?
No, I got a plan after you tell me what's in it.
Okay. I'm ready to ruin it. Whatever it is. All right, let's see. What do we got here? No. Let me find it, because you found that upstairs.
Yeah, you gotta go back like 3 months.
I know. It's great. Love it. No, it wasn't in the secret room. It was in the...
Yeah, I cannot. I'm trying to reset my password.
Where the hell? Oh, here it is. Okay, so... you open the jewelry box and you find 3 golden rings and a thin platinum necklace with a yellow gem pendant on it. All of that is inside that jewelry box. Also, when you open it, it makes a little musical noise and brings out a couple notes. That
How much
metallic
room's in
little
this?
ting ting ting.
How much room's in this jewelry box?
Not enough room for that rat.
Damn. What if I get rid of the golden rings and the pendant? Is there enough room for the rat?
If you want to squish it, sure. The rat is bigger than
I thought
like
it was
your
a field
fist.
mouse. Now it's a rat.
Yeah, it's a field mouse. Have you seen field mice? Anyways, it's bigger than your fist.
Dude, do you realize I live in the country?
Anyways, it's bigger than your fist, and the jewelry box cannot hold something of that size. What
Okay.
would you like to do?
I'll leave this stuff in the jewelry box for now that I know what's in there, and close it back.
Okay, you close it. It makes a couple little hushed little ting ting ting.
What does it make?
A little musical notes. It's a musical jewelry box.
Alright, I'm looking at my inventory. Damn, there's nothing I could put this rat in.
The Rat Fiasco 2020.
Just eat the rat.
Oh, hell. Fine. I'm going to, now that I've caught this rat and I don't have anything to put it in to save it for later, I guess I'm going to have to eat it now.
Okay. Okay, please describe how you eat this rat.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Well, see, I take it back into the kitchen, and having already done this once on the altar, I've learned how to, cut this thing up and skin it and saute it. And they got some cast iron pans or anything in that kitchen? I mean, it's an old house, right? Okay.
Yeah, there's some pans.
So we're gonna get out a little bit of oil and get the oil heated up in the pan. And how much detail do you want me to go into this?
First of all, I want to say that you said cast iron, and now I love you. So that's the way to. Cast iron is the way to go. Good
yeah,
choice.
I mean,
But continue.
I've never done this with a rat, but I can tell you what we've done with squirrels.
Exactly. Thank you. Cast iron, as long as it's well kept. Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
Well,
You
I've
need a
never
little bit
done
of
this with a
oil.
rat.
I've never done this. I'm talking in life, so I'm just treating this like a squirrel. So we're gonna skin the rat. We're gonna get the cast iron going on some medium heat there with some oil, and we'll start slowly cutting the meat off the bones, which there ain't a whole lot because it's a rat. And we're gonna start tossing it in there and tossing it around, frying it.
Okay.
And then just to irritate Chris, when I'm done, I'm gonna wash the cast iron with soap and water. No.
All right. So, Alaria, as you're peering out through your chair, peering out through the door as you stand on the chair, you hear some clinking and clunking coming from the kitchen. As unknown to you, Laszlo is preparing this fatty rat mouse thing. Looking out into the village, you do see that the sky begins to lighten, um, and the same fog and clouds are still rolling over the sky and kind of shrouding this village, but you do see as though the world, the village and whatnot, begins to come to light as what you perceive to be dawn to be breaking, or what would be perceived as dawn in this land. Laszlo, after spending a decent amount of time, you have made a cooked field mouse, very fatty mouse.
Is it a field mouse or a rat?
I like calling it either one because it just annoys you, so it's great. So you have made a vermin
I'm
of
gonna
some
start calling
sort
it a capybara.
that's cooked. Great, yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, you can devour it or do what you want with it.
I should call Laurie in and ask her if she wants some salted cooked meat. Not tell her what it is. It's just some bacon and eggs.
Especially if it's a capybara, you can invite me in. I'll eat it.
Yeah.
It's a fucking giant ass rodent.
They
But
live in the
around this
fire
time,
swamp.
the 2 hours are up, so you can, wake up your peoples. I will say that Ovok, you begin to wake up on your own now, hearing
Oh.
all this noise and whatnot.
I think I'm gonna save some of this rat and take it to Torvin since he saved my life and see if he wants any breakfast.
Okay, he's asleep. He's asleep there on the main floor near
Yeah, but
Ilaria.
didn't you say it was morning? They need to be getting up.
Yeah, but he's asleep, so you can do what you
That's-
want. But he's
That's what I'll
asleep.
do. I'll go wake him up. Say, Torvin, would you like some breakfast?
Just
Okay.
lay it at his feet like a cat would do.
Exactly. I caught this for you.
You're a terrible hunter. Here, have some food.
Yes, exactly that.
Oh man. Yeah, so Ovok's awake. Torvin, you're awoken by a roasted, dead vermin, carried by another furry vermin. And Adric and
Yeah.
Selkar.
Wow, he's a vermin?
Adric and Selkar, you are coming to life again, waking up from upstairs. I will say that Selkar, Adric, Ilaria, your temporary health points are gone, but everyone has been long rested.
Yay.
A couple of us been well fed, so
You haven't eaten it. You gave it to him.
I ate some of it, and I said I was giving some to Torvin.
Oh, okay.
This thing was
Alright.
the size of an elephant, so
Yeah, all of you. Yeah, obviously, the size of your fist is an elephant. Yeah, so all of you waking up and whatnot. Torvin, you can go ahead and do your action in a second, but waking up, your stomachs do grumble, except for obviously Laszlo's, who has been well fed by an elephant, field rat, mouse thing.
And wow, I feel quite good. First
And I
time
will
waking up, I
consider
got second level spells.
Ta-da!
What'd you say? I'm sorry, Larry. That's my fault.
I will consume a ration.
Same.
Okay, just note that. And then, of course, Torvin, what do you do as this roasted rat is placed near you and you're woken up by it?
I'm gonna roll over and look at Laszlo and look down at it, and I'm gonna pinch it between two little fingernails or two big old fingernails and say, "Thank you, my friend," and just go, and it's gone.
Oh, you're going to roll a con save for me, sir.
Alaria,
Of
don't
course you
forget
would.
that ration, by the way, Alaria, lasts the
advantage.
entire day.
You can roll it with advantage.
Double steak eyes. Come
I
on,
mean,
let's
it's
do it.
cooked.
It is cooked. Okay. Yeah.
what the hell is that for? You thinking I'm not a good cook?
Possibly.
The-
Yeah. I don't
trying
think
to
your background
poison?
says chef or anything of the sort. It doesn't say anything like that. So anyways, Torvin, you yeah, you maybe not as quickly as you wish to consume the rat. There's some crunching and whatnot, and maybe some fur still on there, but you do consume it. You've probably
Wait, I
consumed.
said I skinned it and I cut the meat off the bone.
Yeah, based on your passive survival, it's okay. Anyways, it's not obviously the best rat you've ever tasted, but it does pass for a meal, and holds you off hunger, so you don't need to use a ration.
Being a soldier, food is food.
Exactly. Yeah.
Not my fault. It wasn't real cast iron. It was aluminum.
Hey! Whoa. Just whoa. It's real cast iron, 12-inch pan. It's been seasoned. It's beautiful.
Apparently, the owner here can't afford cast iron.
I think that's canon now.
Oh, Chris, we're gonna have
Just-
some good cookouts. I say we
So-
steal the cast iron pans, Chris, and take them with us, so that way we can cook wherever.
That's right. I need to buy a smaller one. I've got like this 12-inch one. It's huge. Anyway, never mind. That's a different subject. But
So with that, I'm gonna have all of you do wake up and make your way either into the kitchen or into the bottom main floor. Whereupon Ismark and Irina do greet all of you, and as either you're eating your rations or whatnot, they begin to tell you the tale of their story and whatnot. And before I get into that, though, I'm gonna go ahead and call it for the night. And we'll just we'll continue on with that next week.
Okay.
Sounds like a
Alrighty.
plan.
how are your goats, Alaria?
They're good. I'm sitting here watching them. They're both doing good. They're eating and doing really good. Thank you. Sorry I had to run out.